Good day, everyone. My name's Adam Pugh. I am the owner of Loon Lodge here on Lake Temagami, and I'm also the organizer for the first online fishing tournament, the fundraiser for the Temagami Fish Hatchery here on Lake Temagami. Really looking forward to this event. I think it's going to be great. People are signing up already. It's looking like we're going to get some good traction here. And yeah, tomorrow's the big day. Tomorrow it starts for the month of June and goes all the way to October 31st. So we just wanted to kind of do a brief rundown on some of the rules and how it all works there, just so you don't have to read everything, although we do encourage you to read through the rules and regulations for the tournament. But as mentioned, this is a fundraiser for the Fish Hatchery for Temagami. So it takes place on the lakes that we stock fish into, which is Temagami, Cross Lake, which is connected to Temagami, Net Lake, Rabbit, and Cassels Lake. So these lakes are all eligible to be fished on for the tournament. We have monthly prizes, and we also have the grand prize at the end of the event. So each month there'll be a prize for the longest walleye, the hidden length walleye, and the smallest walleye. And also we'll be giving away a little door prize for the best hero shot of the month. So you have a chance to win a monthly prize, and then at the very end, on October 31st, there'll be the grand prizes of the top 3 walleye, your hidden length walleye for that month, as well as the smallest walleye, and for the prize for the most submissions. I should mention there's also a monthly prize for the most submissions. We've structured this tournament in hopes to generate as much possible data as we can and encourage anglers to measure and record all of their catches, because we are hoping to use some of the information that we generate on the Fisheries Management Zone 11 Council. This is also a broad scale netting year here on Lake Temagami in the area, so it'll be really cool to see how the actual anglers' catches relate to our ministry's data. And anyways, so the tournament is all done through the Anglers app, Atlas My Catch app. You'll download the app on your phone, and when you're taking pictures of the fish, it all has to be done through the app. And it's very easy to use. You press the start time for your start fishing trip, and when you catch a fish, it'll be prompted for the photo. And then if you want your fish to be eligible for any of the length prizes, the fish has to be released. If it's not released, then it's a legal fish for you to keep. You're allowed to keep the fish in the tournament, and that data will all be used as part of the ratio of how many fish anglers keep and stuff. But just let it be noted, if there is no release video, it will be noted as a kept fish. So let's try to get as many fish on the board as we possibly can, and generate some great data, fundraise for the Fish Hatchery, and hopefully make some anglers very happy with some wins. So how it's set up, it's $65 to register. Half of the proceeds go towards the Fish Hatchery in Temagami, and the other half of the entry fees goes towards the prize pot. So the more anglers we get, the bigger the prizes are going to be at the end of the year. Our monthly prizes are guaranteed, but the more anglers we'll get, we'll see those prizes at the end of the year in October. Hopefully get pretty big, right? So we're aiming for 100 anglers to make this a success. So we've got some good traction already, and hopefully we keep watching those registrations come in. So anyways, there is some things that I just wanted to go through as far as the measuring of the fish on the bump boards. If you want to come around here, and these are the type of bump boards that we are encouraging people to use in the tournament, and how you measure a fish. And the reason we're using these bump boards is because I got my nice little fishy lure here. The reason why we're using a bump board is the fish's nose can be right to the edge of the bump board. So then we know there's no room for discrepancies. And one thing that has to be noted too that the fish always has to be laid down on its left side, not on its right side, not like that, but on its left side, just to keep everything consistent. So here you'll notice that the bait is about 8 1/4. And then if we put it on here, we also have centimeters, which is about 20 1/2 centimeters. So you can measure your fish in either centimeters or inches, but the tournament will be displayed in inches online. The one thing you are not allowed to use a tape measure. This does not allow for consistent measurements. If you wanted to make your own bump board, you could take a couple of chunks of 2x4 and make a bump board like this and push your tape measure up against the bump board, but not the seat in your boat or anything. If you take a couple of 2x4s, and it'd be even better if you had an old tape measure and you could cut off your chunk of tape measure and actually fix it to the board. But if you're using just a tape measure, unfortunately the fish will not count towards your prizes. It will still go towards your most submission prizes, but there will be no length attached to it. So please get yourself one of these bump boards. We have these for sale here at the lodge. Sorry, we got cut off there for a phone call, but anyways, we just wanted to go over that stuff for the bump boards. We will have these for sale down here in the Snack and Tackle Shack. You can pick these up at any type of tackle shop, or like I said, you can make your own and that will be acceptable. We just won't be using just the tape measure itself. We're also encouraging proper fish handling techniques. When you put your fish on the board, we want you to keep your hands away from the gills. You got to make sure that we can see the fish in the photo, or see the nose to the bump in the photo, and we're able to get it right down to a perfect measurement on the Angler's Atlas software. Myself and we have 2 other administrators that will be measuring and registering fish. We're going to do our best to stay on top of it. Hopefully it's no more than a day or 2 once you submit your fish, but we all do have other jobs going on here. But we're going to do our best to make sure that when you submit those fish that they get registered right away, and get our monthly prizes handed out. And then same thing too in your hero shot, for your hero shot of the month, which is basically just your fish picture. Always hold a fish horizontally, never hold it vertically. We want to practice proper fish handling techniques and releasing. Don't chuck the fish into the water when you release it. Try to put it into the water. We do have the ability to communicate with you through the Angler's Atlas. We won't disqualify you or anything for these improper fish handling techniques, but you might get a message from us saying, hey, listen, next time can we hold the fish horizontally for your photo and not vertically? And then just another thing too, just in case you're worried that the app is going to show people where you're fishing, it is not the case. All of that information is private. We can't even see it, but the app will let us know that you're fishing on the lakes within the boundary. So it will notify us if you're on a different lake that's not part of the tournament, but the data itself is kept secret for the location. You just have to make sure that you have your location turned on your phone, so that the app can work properly, so it knows that you're within the boundaries for the tournament. So anyways, I should have done this last night because we were smashing walleye. Instead I had to use my little fish here, but the bite's on out there. It's going to be perfect timing for this tournament to start tomorrow. Wishing everybody a lot of success. Might even do some tips and tricks videos through the Angler's Atlas app there, and just kind of let people know what we're finding out on our trips and stuff like that to help everybody out there in their boats this season. And like I said, you got a chance to win a prize for basically any fish that you can catch. So make sure you measure as many fish as you can and get us those release videos, and get entered to win some cash this summer here on the Temagami Lakes and area. So once again, good luck, and we'll see you out there.